It is very early in the morning, and I am on my way to dentist appointment. I have to have a molar taken out. It's not like a wisdom tooth or anything like that. It's just a regular molar, and I'm getting it extracted. This is going to be my fourth tooth that's pulled out. Out of those four, one of them has only been a wisdom tooth. So the other two that I've had pulled out that were not wisdom, when I had my wisdom tooth pulled, I was very, very young. I think I was like in middle school, maybe even like 9th grade, high school. I was not sedated for that. But the other two that I've had taken out since my wisdom tooth, I only had one wisdom taken out, not all four. I've been sedated just because I don't do well with pain and pressure. But for this one, it was it's like an emergency extraction, I guess you could say, because it is causing me pain already. It started off really minor about, I don't know, maybe a month ago, probably a little over a month ago. It started off really minor as just really sensitive to sweets, and then from there it just kind of escalated. But I called my usual oral surgery place where I usually sedated to try to get in the scheduling there to be sedated to be able to get this one extracted. However, they said they were about 8 weeks out, and I don't want to wait that long to be sedated, just in case it does just end up getting worse and worse. I don't actually want it to hit, the pulp, the nerves. Like, I've been there before. It's extremely painful when you have tooth decay in the pulp. So I made the decision to just have it extracted with just local anesthesia. And so I am on my way now to the dentist to get that done. So I am freaking out a little. I'm like very nervous, but I just keep reminding myself that the Lord is in control of the situation, and that He just gives me peace as I drive there right now. So come along with me as I get my tooth extracted. Just the whole process of afterwards. I'm not allowed to record in the dentist. It's pretty common that a lot of dentists and hospitals and things like that don't let you record, just for security purposes and stuff like that. But I will be back afterwards and kind of show you what happened and keep you up to date on the recovery on all that. Okay, so I just got here to the dentist. I'm about 15 minutes early, so I'm not too early, but so My nerves are still really high right now, but let's just go in and get this done. Okay, I'm all done with the dentist's office. I was in there for, it was there for about 40 minutes. It probably took them about just a little under 10 minutes to get the molar out. But yeah, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I think my nerves just got the best of me. I think my dentist did a very good job of numbing me up. He ended up injecting me 4 times. So he did a very good job of just making sure there was really no pain. So yeah, I didn't really feel anything. I think for me, the worst part was probably just hearing the cracking of the bone. That kind of just scared me and probably just made my nerves go up more than they should have. But yeah, he did say that part of my bone broke off with the tooth, and the tooth didn't want to come down. Usually when they pull the tooth, they just pull it straight down, and that wasn't really working for them. So what they ended up having to do was they ended up having to pull the tooth sideways, which caused my gums around the tooth to actually rip. So they had to put some stitches there too. So he said I'm probably going to be pretty sore more around the gum area than anything. But all in all, I'm still pretty numb. I do feel like the anesthesia is starting to wear off. At least that's what it feels like. But yeah, so right now I am going to stop by a Dollar General on my way home, and then pick up some popsicles, and then probably just go home and just try to take it easy. But yeah, he said most likely going to be bruised because of the way the tooth came out. I don't know, so we'll kind of see if that happens. I've never, out of the 4 times that I've had my teeth pulled, I've never bruised, ever. I've had swelling, but I've never had bruising, so we'll see if we'll have bruising with this one. But yeah, I mean, all in all, so far I'm okay. It wasn't really as bad as I thought it was going to be, but I am prone to dry sockets though. I've gotten dry sockets 2 times, because this is my 4th one. 2 times out of the previous 3 teeth that I've had pulled. And he thinks that it's not really anything I'm doing. He says there are people that are just genuinely prone to dry sockets no matter how careful they are. So I gotta he did ask me to be on the lookout for dry socket, which I am terrified of dry sockets just because they are very painful. But yeah, so I just have to be very careful with dry sockets. So I think probably for at least the next 5 days, just to be on the safe side, I'm just going to be eating strictly popsicles, and I'm probably going to be sleeping upright just to be careful. But yeah, all in all, I'm done. So yeah, I'm going to swing by, pick up some popsicles, and then I will come back later and let you know how I'm doing. Okay, I just got out of a Dollar General, and I'm just going to show you what I picked up real quick. They had these snow cone things, so you just stick them in the freezer, let them freeze up a little bit, and then take it out, and then you mash it up, and then it becomes a slushie. So I picked up 1 blue raspberry, and then I picked up 2 cherries, and then I picked up 2 boxes of just popsicles. And yeah, that's really what I'm going to just be eating. I've got chicken broth at home that I could just warm up. Warm up being the key word. You cannot have anything too hot when you've got a tooth extracted. So I'm just going to warm it up, and that could be like my supper. But yeah, I mean, that's really all I picked up. Oh, and then I did pick up just like some Tylenol and stuff like that just for the pain. But yeah, now I'm gonna go home and just relax, wait for the anesthesia to wear off, and see where I'm at with pain wise after the anesthesia has worn off. So go home, get ice pack on, and rest. It's been about 6 hours since I had the tooth extracted. Sorry. I was just now able to take off the gauze because I was bleeding a lot. So I'm taking off the gauze, and now I am just going to eat some ice cream. So yeah, it's my first meal all day. It's sore. Not really painful right now. It's just kind of sore. But it's a big old gap. So it's kind of hard to talk because my tongue keeps like rubbing against it. But yeah, 6 hours, I'm doing okay. I did take some ibuprofen and Tylenol about 4 hours ago, so I'll probably take some more here right before I go to bed, since I seem to be fine right now. But yeah, so that's a little bit of the update.
What are you doing here? My husband was Kaale Millwright.
So it's been over 24 hours. It's been about 27 hours since I've gotten my tooth extracted. There is no bruising. And honestly, I feel fine today. I don't feel any pain. Like, I feel nothing today. I did have a little bit of trouble sleeping at night. It was throbbing, so it would like randomly wake me up. But other than that, 26 hours later, and no swelling, no pain whatsoever. And yeah, so I think I would have to say this recovery is going better than my last one that I had 6 months ago, the one that I had dry socket. Yeah, I feel good. I feel fine. It is still a little hard to talk just because I have this huge gap. But I'm pretty sure that should be back to normal. But yeah, about 27 hours later, and I'm doing good. It is day 3 of having my tooth extracted. I am definitely able to talk a lot better now. I can definitely open my mouth now. I'm still not eating like any like hard food just because of the fact that I am prone to dry socket. I am like avoiding it as much as I can, especially since we're actually supposed to be flying out to our home in Puerto Rico next week. So I want to make sure that just like nothing happens. So I'm still just eating just broth and ice cream and just really soft foods. But all in all, still no bruising. I did wake up this morning with my gums feeling sore, which was not something that I was having yesterday. So it's weird that 3 days later my gums are sore, but they weren't sore yesterday. But it seems like just like some Tylenol is helping the pain. But other than that, so far, day 3, this has probably been the easiest tooth extraction that I've had. You can kind of see the gap there. So, but yeah, I mean, I'd say all in all, it's been pretty good. My experience with getting the tooth extracted, I did mention it previous video that I think the nerves was honestly just got the best of me, because the extraction actually wasn't even that bad. I think it was more of just the cracking of the bone. I know that sounds awful, but I think just hearing it is actually worse than feeling it, honestly. So the cracking of the bone was what really got me. And then 2 was they actually had to use like I don't even know what kind of a tool it was, like for dentists, but it was like a tool that they actually had to put on my tooth, and then they actually had to hammer it to wiggle the tooth more because it was really, really in there. And they actually thought when I first got in there and we were talking about how everything was going to go, he actually thought that the tooth was actually going to have to be split in half and then taken out, but that was not the case. He says he was able to get it out completely all at once, but in order for him to do that, he did have to use an instrument to kind of put on the side of my tooth, and then he hammered it, and then he put the tool on the inside of the molar, and then he hammered it. And so they had to do that a few times to really loosen up the tooth from the bone. So I'd say all in all, out of everything, it was the cracking of the bone, and then just knowing that they were hammering my tooth. I didn't feel anything, but again, I think it was just like my brain going crazy thinking, oh my gosh, they are hammering my tooth. Oh my gosh, my bone is breaking right now. Like, so honestly, my experience with this tooth extraction was very well. So I'm very happy with that. I'm happy that they didn't have to cut the tooth in half. I'm happy that they were able to get it out all. But yeah, I think day 3, everything is going fine. And yeah, I'm pretty happy. I'm happy with how it's going. I will be doing an implant, but in order for me to get an implant, they are very far out for appointments. I mean, I'm going to like a college dentistry because I don't have insurance that covers any of that. So going to a college of dentistry is like the cheapest option. And I've actually gone to the college dentistry for another implant on my lower tooth, and it was fine, no problems there. So I trust that they will be able to do the top as well. But yeah, that's really all I can say. I will insert a picture of my tooth after this video. So if you are squeamish, there is dried up blood on the tooth. I mean, the tooth looks so weird to me when I see the tooth. Like, it amazes me how big the tooth was, and to think that tooth was like in my mouth at like how big it is. So if you are squeamish or you don't want to see the tooth, once I'm done with this video portion, I will put up a picture, just like scroll through it. But yeah, I think everything is going good. So I think this will probably be the last time that I update you, unless I have to come on and update about a dry socket. But day 3, for my experience of my other dry sockets, I would have already had the dry socket. So yeah. So all in all, I'm happy with my experience of the tooth extraction.